Road to Dublin is getting ever so closer. Guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to my Europa League quarter-final first leg predictions. Of course, I did do my Champions League quarter-final first leg predictions. If you haven't watched that already, go watch that and then obviously come back to this. But yeah, we got 4 very interesting games tonight from the Europa League. And yeah, you know what? We're going straight into it. Let's go. The first game from San Siro it is an all-Italian quarter-final, as it is AC Milan versus Roma. Now, this should be a very good game. Obviously, 2 teams who have already played each other twice this season. I think they've already played each other twice this season. Have they? They have. But yeah, it should be a very good game. Obviously, Danilo De Rossi. I mean, he's only lost 2 games so far as Roma manager. They were against Inter Milan, and of course, even though they did go through, they did lose the second leg 1-0 against Brighton. But yeah, I think it should be a good, really good game. In my opinion, I think it's a tight game to call. Onto the game at San Siro, the atmosphere will be very loud. But I mean, De Rossi, he's got Roma playing some really good football at the moment. I think they'll make it really difficult for AC Milan tonight. I mean, yes, AC Milan, they've won both meetings against Roma this season. They won 2-1 at Stadio Olimpico. They won 3-1 at San Siro. And, I mean, to be fair, looking at Roma's record at San Siro, I think it's safe to say it isn't too great. The last win at San Siro, Roma, against AC Milan 2017, which isn't great, to be honest. But for me, I just think, with De Rossi and that, I think Roma maybe could finally get that win at San Siro against the red side of Milan. I think it's a really tough game to call, to be honest. Obviously, Milan with Leao, Giroud, Pulisic, they've got good players on their side. Roma, they got Lukaku, Dybala, Pellegrini, and that. It's gonna be really tight to call, to be honest. But we'll get into the prediction now. And for me, I am gonna go with a 2. I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw. I think a 2-all's fair, and yeah, 2-2. And of course, the next game is from the Bayer Arena in Leverkusen in Germany, and it is Bayer Leverkusen versus West Ham. Now, if you're a Manchester United fan watching this video, technically you actually want West Ham to win this game, because I saw earlier, even though United are 6th, United could still actually qualify for the Champions League. I think they need West Ham to finish 5th, which they won't, to be honest, and they need West Ham to win the Europa League. But it's going to be very tough for West Ham now. So they're playing a Bayer Leverkusen side who have been unbeaten all season, and I mean, it could be celebrations for Leverkusen on Sunday, where the title is literally in sight now. Obviously, Bayer Leverkusen, they actually will win their first ever Bundesliga title on Sunday. But I think it does depend on how Bayern Munich and Stuttgart get on over the weekend. But yeah, I mean, just overall, what a season it's been for Bayer Leverkusen. I mean, just unbeaten all season. Like, who would have thought a team would go unbeaten in the league, Europe, and the cup? It is just unbelievable. Obviously, Bayer Leverkusen, obviously, they're in the DFB Pokal final. They're playing Kaiserslautern, which they should win, to be honest. I mean, they're probably going to get all the way to Dublin. Will they win Europa League? I don't know. But for me, it's going to be really tough for West Ham. And obviously, West Ham, they did beat Wolves on the weekend, but Wolves, well, they kind of robbed of a point. I don't know. You lot can debate that down in the comments. But for me, I think Leverkusen are going to win this. Come on, they're playing Bayer Leverkusen. I'm sorry, West Ham. I'm going to go 3-1 to Bayer Leverkusen. And the next game, I think, is a decent game, actually, at the Estadio de Luz. It is Benfica versus Marseille. Now, Benfica recently, they have actually got a decent home record, to be honest. I think they're unbeaten in the last, 20 home games, which is quite good, to be fair. But, I mean, Marseille, I did watch them the other night against Lille. They were, to be fair, that game was so boring. I mean, I've watched Marseille's last 2 games. I mean, in the Classic, in the Le Classique, against PSG. They just really couldn't put their chances away. And in the game against Lille, they just didn't look like going for it, to be honest. They looked really poor, to be honest. And obviously, with the game in Lisbon, obviously Benfica will obviously have the advantage. Obviously, just with it being in Lisbon at Benfica Stadium. But Marseille will definitely go to Lisbon fighting. They will definitely give Benfica a very, very good game. They will definitely want to I don't know really how to put this, but Marseille will want to keep the score low, so they have a chance going into the second leg next week at the Stade Velodrome. But I mean, obviously Benfica, they got a few familiar players in there. We've got obviously Angel Di Maria, from of course former I think he's played for PSG. Yeah, the former PSG, Juventus man, and I mean Benfica, they have got a very good team. I mean, instead of Marseille, so you've got Aubameyang up front, you've got Iliman Ndiaye, you've got. They are a good team. Again, it's going to be another tight game, but I'm going to go same score as the Milan game: Benfica 2, Marseille 2. Alright then, lads, the final game is Liverpool versus Atalanta at Anfield. I'm sorry, I had to do that. But yeah, the final game, the final game is Liverpool versus Atalanta tonight at Anfield. And I mean, Liverpool, I think, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I generally think the tie could be done by the end of tonight, to be honest. I mean, Atalanta, I did watch them quite recently against Napoli because they won 3-0, good win for them. But I mean, Atalanta, they are currently 6th in Serie A. I mean, they kind of remind me of a team like, they're kind of like a Brighton, aren't they, Atalanta? I mean, they're kind of just getting Europe most seasons, trying to push get into like the top 6 odds to push for Europe. They remind me of like a Brighton, Atalanta, or maybe a West Ham, something like that. Newcastle, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, Liverpool, obviously, I have heard and seen that who's back. I swear someone's back in training. To be fair, I can't remember who it was. But someone is back in training for Liverpool. But I can't remember who it is. But for me, I think Liverpool will get the job done. I mean, if Atalanta can keep it low, then they'll definitely have the chance with the second leg being in Bergamo next week. Obviously, with the second leg as well being behind the Atalanta fans. But Liverpool, I think they'll be too strong for Atalanta. I think they're going to get the job done tonight, and I think I won't be so. To be honest, it's probably going to be tie over, but yeah, my prediction, I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. Smash the like, subscribe. See you next time.